Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to start a new chapter, chapter number 9, the Toy Violin 1. So, let's begin. Now just look at the screen and try to recognize these personalities. Why am I expecting you all recognize these four pictures? Yes, because these all personalities are famous personalities. Let me introduce these to you. In first two pictures, we have Kalpana Chawla and Shah Rukh Khan. And the next two pictures, we have Sania Nehwal and Mahendra Singh Dhoni. So our chapter number 9, the toy violin, also related to a famous boy's story, how he became famous in his school. So just open your textbook page number 102 and let's start reading the chapter and try to understand the story.
In this story, in two parts, a small boy's parents think their son will be a famous musician. Find out how the small boy becomes famous.
So children, very first I'm going to read the paragraphs. You should put your finger on the line and try to understand pronunciation. Okay, and then after I will explain the meaning of this paragraph. Okay, then after I explain it. So just put your finger on the line and try to get the reading part of it.
What are you doing, Arrow?
Asked his mother. Listen, Ma. The cheapy 10-year-old boy replied. He played a tune with a fork on a few glasses of water. Like it? Yes, said Arrow's mother, putting his breakfast on the table.
Now eat quickly. You will be late for school.
Now I'm going to explain these two paragraphs. What are you doing? Arrow asked his mother. So his mother asked him what he is doing. Then he replied his mother, listen ma, a 10-year-old boy replied. It means what is the age of Arrow? Arrow is 10-year-old. Okay. He played a tune with a fork. What is fork? Fork is like a utensil, like a spoon. We have fork. Just look at this picture. Yes, this is fork. With this fork, he was just playing a tune. Okay. A few glasses of water. So just look at this. This type of music act as xylophone. So in the same way, Arrow was also playing with the glasses of water and fork. And he was asking this question, like it. It means he was asking his mother that, Mama, did you like it? Then Mama said, yes, said Arrow's mother, putting his breakfast on the table. And now she has told that just eat quickly, because if you are eating too late and playing with the glasses of water, it might be you will late for school. Okay. Now let's move further. Put your finger on the line. Arrow rolled some vegetables in a chapati. Not today, he laughed. Today is the last day of school and I am in the concert. Then roll in one hand and bag in the other, he dashed out of the house. Arrow's mother tidied her little two-room home. How Arrow loves music, she thought. So Arrow was really in hurry and he just rolled some vegetables in a chapati and he just make a roll of it. Yes, like this. And he laughed and said, not today. Today is the last day of his school and he was in the concert. Concert, do you know, students? Concert, it means like a stage program, okay? A celebration or a stage program. Then roll in one hand and bag in the other, he dashed out of the house. What is the meaning of dashed out? Dashed out means to run or go somewhere very quickly because you are in hurry. In Hindi, you can say jaldi jaldi mein bhagna, okay? Arrow's mother tidied her little two-room home. Tidied means clean karna, okay? Aro's mother cleaned her room and she was just having a thought how Aro loves music. Now, just come on the next page. Aro's father was a taxi driver. He would say, "One day, Aro will be a famous musician." But both parents knew that Aro needed special training. And where was the money for that? Aro's mother thought sadly. Aro's best friend Pintu was at school gate. "I have got a present for you," he said. "I found it in the dustbin," he added mischievously. It was a toy violin and a bow. Aro looked carefully at the little violin. It was made of a bamboo with a mud cup at one end. "It has only one string," said Aro. He ran his fingers down the tight wire that ran over the mud cup to the end of the bamboo. Now I'm going to explain these three paragraphs. Aro's father was a taxi driver. He would say one day Aro will be a famous musician. So he was just thinking, his father, that it might be possible his son Aro will become a famous musician. But both the parents, the mother and father of Aro, knew that fact that Aro need a special training and they are not having so much of money. Aro's mother thought sadly. Aro's best friend Pintu was at the school gate. So who's the best friend of Aro? Pintu. Okay. And he was just there with something. "I have got a present for you." Pintu said that he was having something as a present for Aro. Then he said, "I found it in a dustbin," and he added mischievously. As you know that in the dustbin we can't find anything as a present. Okay, so somehow his friend Pintu was just making fun of him. Okay, then it was a toy violin and a bow. Aro looked carefully at the toy violin. It was made of bamboo. Bamboo means what? Bamboo is a type of a tall grass. With bamboo, you can make many of a musical instrument like flute and iktara and many of them. Okay, so this violin was also made of that bamboo and with the mud cup at one end, and at the end of that violin he was having a mud cup. Mud means what? Soil. I have already told you. Okay, mud means a soil cup. Look at these pictures. I think it's clear to you now. "It has only one string," said Aro. He ran his finger down the tight wire that ran over the mud cup to the end of the bamboo. So he was just trying to play it. Okay? Now look at the next para. "Let's play it," he said. He put the cup end of the violin under his chin and kept his fingers on the wire at the other end. Then he drew the bow gently across the wire, up and down. A thin, sweet sound came from the violin, like a bird singing from far away. So, after getting that violin, Aro said, "Let's play it." He put the cup end of the violin under his chin. Okay, chin, you know na, the body part after your cheek, and kept his fingers on the wire at the other end, and then he drew the bow gently across the wire. When he started playing that violin with the bow, a sweet sound like a bird singing came from this, and it's just running far away. In a few minutes, Aro began to move the bow faster over the wire, and the air was suddenly full of happy music. "Stop it," said Pintu, who had started dancing. "What will the teacher say?" In a few minutes, Aro began to move the bow faster over the wire and enjoying that music which come out from it. I think you know that this is not a toy violin. Actually, it is a iktara. Okay, it is an iktara, which was found in dustbin and which was played by Arrow. Suddenly Pinto said, "Stop it." Pinto, who had started dancing because he was enjoying so much, so he started dancing. "What will be the teachers say?" he said. Then Arrow was really very happy. His eyes were really shining, and he decided that he is going to play this violin in his concert. The concert was in the school hall. Arrow's item was the last. When the children saw the toy violin in Arrow's hands, they began to laugh. Arrow smiled and put his finger to his lips. "Listen," he said. The concert was in the school hall. Arrow was there now, and Arrow's item was the last one. Okay, when the children saw the toy violin in Arrow's hand, they began to laugh. They started laughing. Why? Because it was a small iktara, and they started laughing while seeing that iktara in the hand of Arrow. Arrow smiled and put his finger on his lips, and he said, "What? Listen." Because Arrow wants the attention of all the people, so that's why he said, "Shh, listen." Now just turn the page number 104. Put your finger on the line and try to learn the pronunciation. After reading these two paragraphs, I'm going to explain it. So just pay attention and put your finger on the line. When he drew the bow over the wire, such sweet sound came from the violin that all this whispering stopped. Everybody leaned forward to hear the lovely sounds. The bow in Arrow's hand was moving faster now. The little boy looked down and tapped his feet. Suddenly, the hall was filled with happy sounds, and everybody jumped up. There was cheering and clapping and laughing and stamping and waving and dancing. And Arrow kept on playing. The principal was smiling. A man next to him said, "I have never heard anything like this." The man held up a camera and shot a video of Arrow playing. Now I'm going to explain it. When he drew the bow over the wire, such sweet sounds came from the violin that all whispering stopped. What is the meaning of whispering? Whispering is really very low sounds, okay? When the people are talking very slowly, so the low sound is called as whispering. All the people are, whatever the students, the children are talking there, na, they stopped. Everybody leaned forward to hear the lovely sound. Lean forward means magn ho jana. Okay, so everybody is busy in with this lovely sounds. The bow in Arrow's hand was moving faster now. The little boy looked down and tapped his feet. So now Arrow was also enjoying that music very much, and he started tapping his feet. Suddenly the hall was filled with happy sounds. Everybody jumped up because they are really enjoyed this music. There was cheering, clapping, laughing and stamping and waving and dancing. So everybody was enjoying that moment now. So because of enjoyment, because of entertainment, they were just clapping, laughing and stamping and waving and even though dancing also. And Arrow was just busy in playing that violin. The principal was smiling. Why? Because he was also enjoying that moment. A man next to him said, "I have never heard anything like this." It means that the man who was standing near the principal said that he has never heard this type of music in his life. So, because the man also enjoying that small toy violin sound. Okay, the man held up a camera. So with this camera, he started shot a video. Okay, he started to shoot a video of this Arrow playing. Okay, and here we have the ending of this chapter. As you know that this chapter having two parts. Okay, Toy Violin 1 and Toy Violin 2. So, further part of its story, we are going to read in chapter number 10, the Toy Violin 2. Okay? So, here we have complete this chapter number 9, the Toy Violin 1. Now it's time to note down your homework. So, your homework is read chapter number 9, the Toy Violin 1 again. Okay? We will meet you in the next video. Till then, keep smiling, keep learning. Take care. Bye bye.